today we're going to make a male thumb fold, and I'm going to be using something old, something new, and the free DSP paper that you can get at the minute is absolutely stunning. This is called the Flight Mary. You've probably seen lots of demos using it. I've cut out two of the birds, fussy cut them out. You could actually just use an oval that would fit round these if you didn't want fussy cut, or you might get some circle punches that will do it, so that would work as well. Right, without further ado, so I've got a card base, and it measures, and just get it right, yes, it actually measures 11 3/4 and scored at 5 7/8, but the width of it is 5 3/4. So I've scored it at I've scored it at 2 15/16. So that is just one mark. So if you put it in your trimmer at 3 and then just take it back your one little mark, that gives you that. I tend to buy card bases, just find it easy. So this is supposed to be 6 by 6, they claim, but it's not, clearly. Okay, so we're going to have two pieces of DSP that measure 2 and we've had to go in 16ths because of that measurement. So this is 2 and that's 8, 9, 10, 11/16. So 2 and 11/16 by 5.5, and you want two of those. And then you want a piece that measures 5.5 by 5 5/8. Okay, so we'll just adhere those. So I've got, put that one on the front. So I don't usually cover up my foil, but I am doing today. So sometimes I do, so occasionally I do. So we're just going to open this out. So you're going to fold it, fold it in half and then fold these. In fact, I should have really done my folds with my bone folder, shouldn't I? So let's just give that an even border all the way round, and I'll just come in now and mess with my bone folder now. So just give that a nice good crease there, put it on there and do it that way as well. And then I'm going to put the other one on here. So the weather is quite nice today. The sun does keep coming out. It is quite cool. Been on our bike ride this morning. Let's see whether that works that way better. Yeah, so we're gonna give that equal increment. So I quite like the this colour will be basic grey, I think. I'll just check on that for you. Basic grey. Let's see, it's in the neutral, so yeah, yes it is, it's basic grey. So I just thought it went nice contrast, because it's going to be a male card. I like using dark colours for male cards, so I like the dark greys. And I'll just have to make sure my 5.5 is going down. It's 5.5, so it's that way. Okay, so that I can give it equal increment. Oh, let's just check. No, it was that other way. Got it wrong. There, so just give it as equal increment as you can. Okay, there we go. Right, now I'm going to put a piece of white on here, and this is 3.5 by 3.5, but I'm going to place it so that it is in the middle like that. So I'm going to layer it up. Okay, so yeah, that's right. So I'm gonna just look for it being even top and bottom and even either side. Now it's not going to particularly line up with my my lines, unfortunately. Let's just move that slightly because that's looking like that. Going to send me funny, really. It's not going to work out, but hopefully, because we put in other things on top, it will distract you from that, it not being the best of lineup. I didn't think about that when I thought about paper. So this is 3.25 square. And I'm just going to see which way I want my paper to be. This way, I think. So I'm just going to give an equal border for that. And then we're going to bring in these. Now I showed you these were from the Snail-It, so I've just cut that die straight from the Snail-It, and then I have put a piece of DSP 2 by 2 1/8, so I've done 2 of those, and we're going to bring this in like this, and we're going to put these on top. So I'm going to have them. Now these are not square, as I explained to you when I filmed the other day. They are a slight rectangle. So just going to just get that like that, and we'll mount the other one before I place it on. So just get this done. Now again, I'm going to try and keep this card as flat as possible so that it will go with normal post, I'm hoping. I always get my husband to feel it for me. Say, will that go in normal paste? And he rubs his hand across it and he tells me yes or no. So that's good. Okay, now we'll put these on first. So what I'm wanting to do is line these up with the edge like that. So they're going to be lined up that. So I'm only going to take half. So I want it to be down this side. And I'm going to keep away from the center, but just do it down that half, that triangle. And I'm matching the corner of that up with the top of here. So I'm going to put that in the middle like that. So if you can see, I've got the middle of that dip bit and the middle of the dip bit there. Okay, so I'm going to have that like that. So I've got to keep, while it's so loose, got to be careful. And then I'm going to put the other one at, oops, I keep moving it, don't move it. And the other one is going to be the same. So, oops, better get it right first. So I'm going to have mine coming like this. I'm going to hold it and it's going to be this piece. And just keep it away from the middle. And that, I'm going to line up the bottom. So I'm lining up that bottom and then just eyeballing it out that it's somewhere registering that that's there. Right, we'll put that on one side for the moment. Oh, we'll just do this in the middle, so I'm risking this now. So I cut out one more, and then I stamped my sentiment on an anvil. So I'm gonna put this in the middle like that. Okay, so I think that's okay. And now I'm going to show you what I did. So I'm just going to get a piece. Now I just used this green that is soft succulent. So I'm using a soft succulent green, and I'm just looking for a scrap found one, and then I just want to place it into my bow punch. So I'm cutting it out in soft succulent. I'll have one of those now. Don't really need that, put that on one side. But I wanted to show you what I did. Might use this, I might not, but I've already done two. So I'm using cinnamon cider because I don't have any other brown. And all I'm doing is colouring in, going down what is the stem of this. So I'm just bringing that in. And then you can see where the leaves become leaves, and I'm just going to round that slightly and come down this one and round that up slightly, and then bring that one in. Just take it up a little bit, just again make sure that. So I've done those like that, and then I'm going to bring in my sponge dauber. What have I done with it? It's there now. Did I put there? Did I put that in away? Just bear with, in case I did put it away. Yes, I did. Fancy putting it away. Okay, so I'm using soft succulent because that's the colour in my DSP. So that's why I'm using the soft succulent. But if you haven't got these, you'd be using whatever goes. So I'm picking some up on my sponge dauber, and then I'm just going around my leaves. And I just felt this made it so effective. Just loved what it did. So I'm just there and on each of my leaves. So we're going round so that it really picks it up on the outside to give it that nice shadowed look, and allowing it to come in wispy. So just thought it really went lovely. That's it. And it only takes a few minutes to do this. This is my go-to leaf punch. It's absolutely brilliant. I've got the Layering Leaves stamp set that goes with it as well. I just felt that this is a staple because you can do so much with the Layering Leaves punch on its own, and then you've got the added benefit of the stamps as well, which I use a lot as well, and it makes the other bit, the rosebud, but I've made those into like leafy bits and fronds bits and all sorts. So it's really a great one to have. So it's going in and out of colour now. I don't think it's quite picking it up maybe as good on camera as what it is in real life. It's beautiful. I love them. So leave that for now. So we're going to bring in now, as I say, I've already, they're not disappearing under here, I've already fussy cut these, and I've already done 2 of these what are going to be my branches. Okay, so I'm going to bring back in my fussy cut out birds. So I'm going to stick my branches on, and my bird's going to look this way. So I think I'll stick that on first. So I'm going to just stick the stem a bit and maybe just go up into the leaves. I'm going to just touch it again to see if I can go to the second leaf up, so I can actually go to that leaf and be okay. And I presume I'll be all right for that one, hopefully. So just going to stick this other way, add this other way. Going to stick that positioning there, and then going to sit my bird on top. Remember, I'm not putting out any dimensionals or anything because I'm wanting my card to be flat. So I'm going to stick my bird. I think I'm going to tuck him slightly behind those leaves going up. Oh, there. I'm going to sit him on there. There we go. That's it. And then I'm going to stick this the opposite way this time. So he's looking that way. I'm going to stick this. So I think I'll be all right to stick all of this down because this is coming this way this time. I'm happy for it to go there. So I'm going to stick it right on the end there. That can overlap that bit there. No, actually I'll stick it a little bit up, I've decided, because I've got my For You to go on as well. And again, I'm going to stick now, just let's see. Yeah, I can get all of my bird on there. So just thought these are lovely, great for mail cards. So his tail can go under, and I'll just flip his wing under there. That can sit nicely there. That's okay that that's out there. So I've got the For You now. So can I see, I want to be able to cover that little bit up. So I want to be careful where I stick this. I might just be able to tuck a little bit of it under there. Yes, I will. So I don't want it on the very end, so I'm going to put it on this side. So make sure I don't go near the end, and then make sure that that's going to cover under there. I'm going to lift that leaf up and push it back a little bit. There we go, so that works there. Okay, so just push that down. Now, if you are not going to try and send yours as flat as possible, then you will be able to put your birds upon dimensions. You will be able to put Just For You upon dimensions. But I thought that was a nice card for a mail. So Just For You, and I couldn't wait for a special occasion. So I thought that. And should we put a leaf in here? I think be added different. It's a bit different, isn't it? Shall I do 2? Shall I leave it at 1? I'm just going to go round. So if you've got some, oh, what's wrong side? If you've got some of your green showing at the side where you need it to be the brown, just go round and just do those edges. Some in there, look. Just go in. The Stampin' Right markers are brilliant. I love the blends as well, but these are great as well. So let's see where do I want that to come onto there? And do I want one more for this side? I don't want to come over this side because obviously, well, I could really, I could do some of that there if I wanted to. Good. Let's have a look. If I put something like that there, what does it look like when I open the card up? So don't forget, you're going to get that. I think I will. I think I'm going to stick this down over that side, and I might do one more, one or two more. So let's see. I'll stick this down. Which way did I have it? Let's have a look how I was sticking it going down. I'm sure I was. I think I'll stick. Yeah, I'll stick that down like that. Now, that when it's stood up, you're going to have sort of, I want to be able to see the verse, so it might be like that, but I think I might just do one more of those. So let's see. Okay, I'm going to cut it because I like to just cut out what I'm cutting out and not let's see. Let's go that way. That's it. And that. May as well cut the two now. It's going to go on the two. So I've got two. Got those little frondy bits. So let's do that again because it doesn't take long. So wrong one again. So all we're doing is just going down. Nice step. So I don't have any of the new browns, but if you've got a new brown, that's great. Any of the new browns would work. I have got a bronze blend that I could have used as well, but I'm going to go in first with this and make sure that I've got those bits down there. It doesn't take long. Oops. Be careful that I'm not going around the edge. Right, now come in with my soft succulent. Get this. If you noted, what I do is I buy the ink spots that are blank and then I put the colours in them. It's a way of building up lots of colours. Particularly if you feel that you might only use the colour for a short period of time, or like with the ink colours, it's a way of having them. Also the Stampin' Right markers, if you do that, it's a way to build up more colours, because the ink pads are expensive, and if you haven't got the money to outlay that, it's a great way of doing it. I do like working with the main ink pads. They give you a really nice stamping experience, but like I've bought one of the current ink colours are like the Sorbet, Parakeet Party. I've bought all the inks, but I haven't bought the ink pads. So sometimes when they, as I say, when they're in colours, I don't want to have a stack of those because they're only for a short period of time, whereas your main colours, you know, like your subtles, your brights, etc., they are here to stay at least 5 years, longer, because I think every 5 years, I didn't realise this, every 5 years they do a colour refresh. Unfortunately for me, I'd already bought Pretty Peacock. Again, I just bought the Stampin' Right marker of it, and I bought the ink, but I will now, as it's become a main colour, I want the stamp pad, because I have done myself a spot, which are great, but I also, as I say, the stamp pads, I like the stamp pads. Right, so shall we, I think I might do that actually. So let's get this on there. So we'll pull that out like that, so that's kind of coming down there. So I think that's quite nice for a mail card standing. Now we have got I don't know whether we've still got them. Let's have a look. Oh, these are called faux sea glass shapes. I don't know whether you can still get them, but they're a bit, you know, abstracty. So they're not feminine. They, you know, work well for masculine, don't they? Now, my soft succulent, I haven't got anything that I can put over the top of these, because I don't have a soft succulent blend, and you do need a blend to actually be able to keep it on. So we've kind of got a browny colour, which may, but then with me having the grey, I'm a bit wondering what to do now. I am actually going to try something. Right. Don't know whether I've got, don't know whether it's that one or this one. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'll know for definite. Change my mind again. Right, I have got a blender pen. A clear blender pen, which means that you can put any colours. I'll just make sure that this one is not, yeah, right. Oh, is it dried up? No, it has got to go, right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to experiment now. I'm going to put my soft succulent on my glass mat, and I'm going to pick up my colour, and this blend, I'm sure they have alcohol in them. Okay, now I'm going to paint on my faux glass and see if this will work the same as a normal blender pen. So it's definitely changed its colour. I'm going to do a few and see what it goes like, whether it works. Now I'll just do 3. Okay, we'll have another ragged shape. So they're all different shapes, and I've used just a few. That's all I've used so far. Okay. Make sure I get some round the sides. Oops, nearly touched on that one. So, don't know whether you can see. Let's see, give you a closer look. So, you see it has made them darker. So, hopefully, yeah, I think that's, I'm going to put just a little bit more on. I've wiped my fingers over them, but they are drying, so I think I'm going to be all right. Now what you need to do then is go to getting your colour off, and now I've got quite a lot of colour on. Look, I'll just get a bit of scrap paper to make sure that I get this off, so that when I next come to it, I've really concentrated the colour on. Look. So you need to go along and get it till it's running clear, otherwise you're going to ruin whatever you try and do next. So we're still getting quite a lot of colour out of it, because I really did build it up. It's starting to come clear now. Oh, till I turn it over. Let's do some on the top. You just have to be patient to get it off. It's coming now. Let's squash it down a bit. Nearly. There, I think that's enough. Okay, and I'll just get the other one on. That's it. So, as I say, blender pens work. Get rid of that in a minute. Right, so bring this back up. Oh, and before I make a mess of my card, just let's clean up mine. So, that's it. And I'll just do that on it, and that dries dead fast, that. Okay, my card's clear to put on now, and I think I want to just stick one on for you there, and let's stick one on just randomly up there, and then stick this one down here. Do it and in there. Okay, and then I've got my triangle going off there. So I hope you like that. I think these birds are really pretty, and just shows what you can do with old stuff as well as new stuff. So when you get your new stuff, don't forget about your old stuff, because your old colours work with new colours, and your old DSPs work with new things as well. So hope you like that. And then of course I'm going to be writing on the back, because I like not to write there, because that is going to be on display, and I like my message to be hidden. So hope you like that as a mail fun fold. So thank you very much for watching. Do appreciate that you've stopped by. Stay safe, stay well, and bye for now.